and your prospects know about the amazing information that's going to be taking place this evening. If you're just jumping on, please announce where you're calling in from.
Good
Anthony
evening,
Kilgore
everyone.
from Orchard.
Good evening,
Welcome.
Khadisha from Maryland.
Khadisha, welcome.
Sekou from Maryland.
Maryland is in the house. Welcome.
Marvin from Maryland.
Welcome.
Joe Bermudez out the Bay Area, now in SoCal.
Nice. Welcome to the call.
Carla Wynn out of Maryland. Great afternoon. Out of Brooklyn by way of Maryland. Good afternoon.
East Coast in the house. All right. Welcome.
Hello, Idris and everybody. Matt Sistrunk from El Paso, Texas.
Texas in the house. Welcome to the call. Welcome. As you guys know, tonight's call is going to be jam-packed, so definitely let your team know as we go ahead and get started.
What's going on, everybody? JD from New York, Long Island.
New York in the house. Welcome.
Laura Johnson from South Carolina.
Ms. Johnson, welcome to the call. All right. And it is 8:04. So yes, as we still reach out to our prospects and our team to let them jump on. For those already, please grab a pen, pad, and get ready to take some copious notes, as this call is going to be absolutely amazing. A lot of great things popping off. Again, to take off and build. So you definitely want to have your pen, pad, and I heard that there might be a few announcements as well. So you definitely want to be ready for that. Anyone else jumping on, please announce where you're jumping in from. All right.
Louis Rangel from Downey, California.
Mr. Rangel, welcome to the call.
Pat from Connecticut.
Pat, welcome to the call. Welcome.
Hey, Pat, how much are they paying per kilowatt hour in Connecticut?
Like 36 cents all in.
Okay.
Congratulations, brother Tony, on that manager position.
Absolutely. Welcome.
Yes, indeed.
Congratulations to them for sure. And as it is 8:05, I just want to go ahead and introduce our guest speaker. And actually tonight, we have the plum pleasing pleasure to hear from one of the amazing leaders in our industry. One of the leaders actually leading the field in BYLD. He's also actually the development and leadership, officer of the company of BYLD. And a lot of you know who I'm already talking about. But this man has a heart of gold, obviously knows how to make the money in BYLD, as he's already doing so. And in addition to that, helping a lot of people in the process as well. So if we could, can we please welcome Mr. Sam Bean to the line? Mr. Bean, are you out there, sir?
I'm here. Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, sir. Call's yours.
Awesome. I appreciate you, Idris. Thank you very much for stepping in and doing the hosting and everything. And guys, that's Idris Alaka, one of our top mentors here in BYLD out of the New York area. He's out here wrecking shop as well. And so today, guys, I really do want to have a conversation with you guys again, because every time we have a storm in Texas, this business that we are doing, it just gets more and more passionate for me. So it creates more passion for me. So please take some really good copious notes. Please make sure, guys, that you are in a place where you can hear and that you can be able to formulate educated questions that our experts can actually answer for you when this conversation is over with. But I also want to ask each and every last one of you, just go ahead and put yourself on mute if you haven't done so already. And because we want to make sure that nobody misses this information, because the gentleman that I'm going to bring up after me, he's an expert. He's a guy who's made millions of dollars as well, and you'll want to hear from him.
If you could unmute Sam. Sorry, I muted everybody. If you could unmute, that'd be great.
Okay, gotcha. Can you hear me now? Can you see me now? How about that?
We can hear you
Loud
now.
and clear, loud and clear.
There we go. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and share the screen here. There we go, guys. And so for those of you who are here for the first time, definitely want to say welcome. Again, we want to make sure that we maximize this moment and don't take it for granted, because we know that you could have been anywhere but here listening to us and here telling you exactly about what we're excited about. And hopefully by the time this conversation is over, you guys will get excited as well, just as excited as we are. One thing I do want to tell you is that as far as my background is concerned, my wife and I, we've had some great fortune when it comes to being tied to the right people. And we've made a ton of money, not just for ourselves, but for a lot of people. And so much so that I was able to retire 3 years ago. Okay, my wife and I created portfolios of 7 figures in 3 different industries. And the reason I came out of retirement 3 years later is because this is an industry that I feel like I can not only make my 4th 7-figure situation a reality, but I can help a ton of people in the process. And so, again, this is a conversation on, just about business. And I really want you to put that cap on when you're watching this and following this with us. So with that being said, here, when you look at BYLD, this is a brand new company as far as the marketing side of it, but our partners are tenured and they have the pedigree to do business with us, to do business with them as well, to represent you. But we are a group of business owners, guys. It's just a people who really want to go out there and impact the world and impact people around the world financially, economically, and then on the backside, help them grow and from a personal development perspective. Okay. But the industries that you're going to hear about tonight, guys, when it comes to sales, one, solar, that's residential and commercial, home and commercial security. And then we're going to talk a little bit about our travel, discount, and shopping programs, as well as our smart money and financial education program. Okay, so why build a business? And that question again, it makes more and more sense the older I get, but it also makes more and more sense the more and more things evolve economically around us. When you look at life right now, there are far more opportunities and gigs out there today than it was 10 years ago. Therefore, there are a lot less jobs available, and AI is taking over the economy, is forcing companies to go out of business. And I'm just telling you, the only way you can actually survive and do well at the same exact time, guys, is to have your own business. Nobody's coming to help you. It's going to be left up to you to be the president of your household and control the economy under your roof. Okay. But when it comes to the current financial situation, like I said, guys, there are a lot of things happening that you guys are reading about and listening about on a daily basis when it comes to debt crisis, layoffs, recessions, job displacements, bankruptcies, a whole lot more. Okay. But when you look at those things, those are the things that are pushing people closer and closer to the entrepreneurial edge. They're coming off of the employee mindset and they're transitioning to the business mindset. And when you do that, guys, especially as a first timer, the one thing you want to do is you want to cover certain categories. You want to get check marks in certain places. And when it comes to the industries, guys, you want to always and forever take advantage of a big industry that has a low market penetration. Okay. You also want to make sure you choose an industry that is built and survives off essential goods and services like gas, water, electricity, those type of things. And then you want to also have that third check, industries that will thrive in good and bad economies. Guys, remember, like I said, one of our 7-figure situations and 8-figure situations came in the coffee industry, came with a habit. And again, we found an industry. Again, it's about foresight that people are going to lean on heavily, okay, when they went through hard times. And people are also going to be able to use it residually. It's no different than your bills, guys. You all have a light bill. You all have a gas bill, right? And so when you look at, those bills, guys, you don't have the option, to pay that or not. That's one of those things that you're always going to have. And so if your people and your clients always have gas, water, electric, and that's the company that you run, you always have clients, you always have business, you always have residual income. Okay. And so let me go back here. But looking at our services and some of our partners, like I said, we were in the home and the commercial security. That's ADT and Brinks for us right now. Two household names, right? And again, as things change, you're going to need security for a lot of different things, your home, your family, and everything else. Encore Solar, that's our residential installer, and we'll talk a lot about them, as well as mention 𝐍𝐎, which is our commercial installer. Okay. Then on the other side, again, BYLD rewards, traveling, shopping, and saving discounts, as well as the Smart Money Club. I can't wait for my partner to talk to you guys about what to do with $1 once you actually make it with our company. So again, strap on, guys. And now I'm going to get to a part of the presentation I really like and I'm really passionate about, which again is solar. And so for me, I live in Texas, right? I live in a hot state, wide open, nothing but sun, right? And when I look at, what just happened and this last weekend up until this point, we had a cyclone and we had, hurricanes. We had all kinds of stuff touch down here in Texas, and to the point to where 2.2 million people in Texas lost energy. Okay? And so when you lose energy, a lot of things can happen, guys. And we had people who lost their lives, because it got too hot for them to survive. Right? That's one thing. You have a lot of people who have to go out there and do things like I did years ago, have a generator situation, attached to your home. And every time something happens, you are able to at least keep your lights on, electricity on in the house until, the electric companies do what, they're supposed to do. Right. And so, again, I don't want that situation for anybody. Okay. I want to make sure that the people who are in those 85 million homes that are eligible right now without a solar system on their roof, I want to make sure that not only are we the first company to offer it to them, but we're the best company that will ever offer it to them. Okay. So the timing, again, is a huge industry. 130 million houses, 85 million of them right now out of the 90 million are left. Okay. And they need solar. So when you look at the things that customers would like and they are interested in and questions that they're asking that we're going to answer right here is, how much do I save? And as you can see, guys, 25, 30, 40%, up to 50% in energy costs, 0% down with various financing options. And that's leasing, that's purchasing, and that's cash, PPAs, blackout protection. Just talked about, you having a backup battery. And people I actually have neighbors who have solar, who have backup batteries, and they have electricity around the whole entire house with no generator noise, like what's coming out of the back of mine, right? And so tax credits as a benefit, receiving 30% tax credit. And that was something that was done, guys. They brought that back 2 years ago, and they're doing it for 10 years. So we have 8 years left to take full advantage of it. Right? Immediate increase in home value. So per Zillow, the house is going to increase in value 4.1 to 4.5%. Okay? And then you have clean energy, as if you needed another reason. Okay? But in 2022, someone went solar every 44 seconds, guys. And in 2024, somebody is going solar every 35 seconds now. Okay? And so people are waking up to solar and waking up to the savings and waking up to, all of the other benefits that come with it. Okay? So when you look at, what we offer, and we offer through Freedom Forever, our residential installer, 25-year production guarantee. Okay. And so it's the best guarantee in the industry, not just because I say so, but what they do is they double down and they do something nobody else, will guarantee. So they'll not only guarantee, the products, like everybody else, but for 25 years, they'll guarantee that you get power. They're guaranteed that if you ever lose, as far as savings, they're going to make sure that it's returned unto you. You'll be made whole, and they're going to guarantee production. So when our subject matter experts sit down and have a conversation with you as a person who's a homeowner, we're going to make sure you know exactly how much energy that you need, to be produced by the solar panels. And guess what? The company for Freedom Forever is going to make sure that you get that exactly what we promise and what we agree on. So look at this map, guys, and this map is steadily changing. It's no longer 34 states. It's somewhere between 35 and 36 right now. And in 90 days to 6 months, it'll be 44 states. Okay? And so I think that's amazing. And when you look at other companies that are actual solar companies out there, you have some companies out there that can only do business in their county. You have some companies that can only do business in a couple of different cities, a couple of different states. You don't have any of them out there except for Freedom Forever that is in 34, 35, 36 states right now, and they're continuing to expand. Says a lot about the company. But the fact that the company itself has been around and they've been doing so well. Let me see, they've been doing so well. Look at the background of the company. Like I said, we're a new marketing company, right? But Freedom Forever has been around since 2011. They've done over 160,000 installs today, and it's continuing to increase. Okay. When you look at the awards and things they won, they've actually earned, guys. They've been around. Everybody knows them, and when you partner with a known commodity, you already have borrowed credibility. So it makes you, legit. Okay. And so when you look at this picture, it says, what do you see here? You see a lot of roofs, and what you don't see is a lot of solar systems on top of them. You see a couple. Okay. But it's not the solar systems that you're looking for. It's the opportunity. And so when you look at things like this, guys are not, people haven't got their solar panels on their roofs yet. I'm looking at these houses and I'm just looking at opportunity. I'm looking at, okay, the door I need to knock on, or the person that I need to call. Okay. And so hopefully you see the same thing. And some of those houses that converted to solar, before us, their bills were here, like one in California, $287 a month before us. Okay. And then $148 a month after us. Now, when you look at the customer in Florida, $410 a month before us, $290 a month after us. Okay. And so keep in mind, guys, I want to make sure I'm really clear on this part as well. One of the misconceptions, when you go solar, is that you'll have two bills. As you won't have two bills. What you're going to do is you're going to swap out, okay, the big bill for the smaller bill, and then you'll maintain a connection fee to the grid, which may be anywhere from $4 to $10. Okay, and so you have to remain connected to the grid, but that's not a bill, that's a fee. Okay, so that's now a lower bill and it's locked in. So keep in mind that while everybody else's bill is growing, guys, yours is not, and that's the thing that makes you more intelligent. That's the thing that gives you, foresight when everybody else is living in a moment and thinking about today. You are actually making an investment to tomorrow. And when I say about making an investment, for tomorrow, look at this, guys. $150 today, 10 years from now, 300, 15 years from now, 30 years from now, $1,500 a month. Okay. And so you look at the increase, you can't control inflation. Inflation is something that happens to you. So you're looking at 6 to 8% annual increase. The other thing you cannot control is how much money those energy companies charge you for maintaining their grid. Remember, it's a 130-year-old dirty grid, like my partner likes to say, right? Dirty old grid. And so it's broken down, it's busted, it's disgusted, and it can't be trusted. It just can't, right? So you got to understand that money they're going to pay and use to upkeep the grid is going to come from you. They're not going to pay for it. Remember, Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. He talked about his philosophies in there, but one of the things that he talks about was OPM, other people's money. Rich and wealthy people don't use their own money. They use everybody else's. Okay. And so that's what they're doing. So if you know that's what they're doing, what you want to do is you want to make sure you stop investing in their future and you now start to save, guys, because what is savings? Savings is the new earnings. Okay. Anything that's supposed to go out to the energy company that they were supposed to get paid on was income for them. If you save that money, I don't care if it's $100, $200 a month, that now becomes income for you. And now you can take that $100, $200 and invest it in something from the Smart Money Club that our partner is going to talk to you guys about today. But if that didn't help you understand how big this is and how impactful it is for you to actually start the saving today, think about, your first car. Think about how much that first, tank of gas, first gas tank cost. How much was it a gallon? Okay. You're excited. You remember all of that good stuff. And so, it may have been 75 cents for some of y'all. It may have been 95 cents a gallon for some of y'all. It may have been $2 a gallon for some of y'all. But think about what it is today. Today, it's none of that. And in Houston, regular gas costs about $4 a gallon. In California, regular gas costs about $6, $7 per gallon, right? And so it's going to always go up. Okay? And so what if a person came to you and back at the time you got your first car, paid and bought your gas the first time, said, look, I'll sell you this card. Okay? And as long as you go to the machine and you insert this card, you'll never pay, anything more than X, Y, and Z amount for the rest of your life, right? It's not going to happen. I want to make sure you get the picture, okay? But you're at the pump now, and if you're Dale, you probably paid about 90 cents per gallon, and you're looking at everybody, all these years later, and they're paying $5 a gallon, and Dale's smiling, he's smirking because he knows he a deal of a lifetime just hit him. Well, it's the same thing, guys, with this one. You just want to make sure that you lock your payments in, and then guess what? One day it's going to go away. Okay? And so the reason I really and truly appreciate the decision I made to come out of retirement for solar, guys, is because I have a saying that you can all borrow, and just tell you, if you borrow this one say, you can become extremely successful. My saying is this: I don't take advice from people I would not trade places with. Okay? And so when I see people in powerful places, people who are again known as the world's greatest investors, and I see them make a move, I see them pull a trigger on a deal, I want to be able to do the same exact thing, even if I can't do it on the same exact level. This man invested $10 billion in clean energy and solar. So if he put 10 billion of his dollars in there, guys, I can find 1,000, I can find 2,000, or I can find some sweat equity and invest it in solar as well. And so that's what I chose to do. And the person I chose to do it with is a person who I really love, not just his hustle. I love his transparency. I love his ability to go out there and focus. And when he focuses his mind on something, he's always going to be the person that he feels is the best at it. So when you look at solar, I have experience in business and growing sales forces and staffing and stuff like that. What I didn't have experience in was solar. Let me tell you something. The last company that he was in, he did so well, he decided to go up and open his own company after that. So you know what? I did 2,100 in sales as a leader for my team, and then I did 300 in sales plus for myself personally over the last 3 years. But we want to do it on another level. So I want to introduce you guys and bring to the stage or to the screen the VP of Sales for Build Network and also Encore Solar, Mr. 𝐍𝐎𝐓.
All right. Wow. Sam, thank you very much, my friend. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome, my friend. Well, I appreciate you that incredible introduction and that incredible presentation, Sam. It's truly an honor to be working with you. I've known of Sam Bean for over a decade. We never had the opportunity to work together, so I'm very excited that we now get to work together. And he's done some amazing things in his career, made many, many millions of dollars. And the fact that he's here is truly a testament to what we've got going on here, right? So without further ado, I like to keep the presentations relatively short. So I'd like to get into that. But yes, as Sam mentioned, I only got started in solar in 2020. I got started in the solar industry, as a matter of fact, 2 weeks after the worldwide pandemic. So needless to say, it wasn't the best time to get started in a new career. But here's the thing. I knew a couple of things. One of the things was I learned 20 years ago that the T in timing is significantly more important than the T in talent. The T in timing, when it comes to business making opportunities, when it comes to money making opportunities, the T in the word timing is more important than the T in talent. Because it doesn't matter how talented you are, if you're in the wrong business at the wrong time, you're not going to make a lot of money. But if let's say somebody is not very talented, but they're in the right industry, in the right company, at the right time, they can make a lot of money. And I truly believe that we are in the modern day gold rush. As he mentioned, what did Warren Buffett say about this industry? He said that this is the largest energy deregulation, will be the largest transfer of wealth in history. That's a billionaire that's saying that. And I truly believe that in the next 20 years, America will go renewable energy, electric vehicles and solar panels. And people are already making crazy amounts of money, but nothing compared to what's going to happen over the next 20 years. So I'm very excited. So we don't just offer solar, but that is our primary service. So I will touch on the compensation plan. My favorite part to talk about, the compensation plan. So there's 7 ways that we get paid. I'm not going to cover all the ways, but I will cover some of the ways. So the first way that we get paid is on our personal sales. The company will actually pay you 70% of the profit. But keep this in mind, the company, we have a very, very good pricing with our installer because of our track record, because of what we've done, right? Because of our name in the industry. So not only do we pay people a large percentage, 70% of the profits, but that 70% of the profits based on a very low cost compared to just about any other solar company out there. So you make the average is $7,000 because the average profit per job is $10,000. I'm going to give you an example of what we do for the customer to make that kind of money, where it becomes a no-brainer. So if the average profit is $10,000, that means that the average commission is $7,000. Now, here's the deal. Everybody has to do 3 50-50 split sales. Your first 3 sales are training sales, right? You're learning the business. So what happens is you need to assign a mentor to help you close that sale. So when you do that, you split the commission 50-50. So if that commission is $7,000, you would make $3,500. The mentor that helped you design and close a sale will make the other $3,500. So that's your first 3 sales. After that, you get promoted to what we call level 2 consultant. You make the entire commission for the rest of your career. But here's what happens. The next way that we get paid is as a mentor. As a mentor, you're able to close sales for anybody in the entire company. And this is a beautiful position to be in. I'm going to give you a couple of examples. But first of all, how do you get to mentor? Once you've completed your first 3 50-50 split sales, and after that, you've done 5 sales on your own without the help of anybody, now the company, you take a company test and certification. We want to make sure that you know what you're doing. And what will happen is you now become a mentor. As a mentor, anybody in the entire company can select you to close their sale and thus split the commission 50-50. So I'll give you some examples of what this looks like. Let's say you help 4 consultants on your team close 3 sales, whether these are consultants on your team or just consultants from the company that are not on your team. That's irrelevant. They selected you to be their mentor. 2 days ago, matter of fact, not 2 days ago, July 3rd, the day before 4th of July, I helped one of my friends close a system, right, via Zoom from this very home office. And it was about a close to $8,000 commission from home via Zoom. And it was his neighbor, one of his neighbors, right? He lives a couple houses down. So in this example, you are a mentor and you help 4 consultants close their first 3 sales. That is a total of 12 sales. Well, the average mentor split commission is $3,500. That means that in this example, the mentor made $42,000 in commissions for that particular month. Now, question, how doable is it to do 12 sales in a month? Some people will, here's the thing, I'm a straight shooter. Some people will do absolutely 0 sales. And some people will do like my buddy Jabari, 28 sales in March. This gentleman lives in Atlanta, Georgia, never went inside of a customer's home, never even knocked on the door, all from home via Zoom, and he closed 28 deals in the month of March. That is his career high. The most sales I've ever closed in 1 month are 24 sales. 24 sales. So he beat my record. But my point is this. That is a potential. I mean, if you do the math, 28 sales times 3,500, that is a great year that particular month, right? So my point being is this, ladies and gentlemen, there is a tremendous amount of income to be made in this industry. Now, I'm going to show you what we do for those customers, which Sam talked about it as well. You got a customer that went from $287 to $148 a month, and the commission was $7,000. Why would the customer say no to that? They wouldn't. Here's the thing, the company has the systems and the trainings and the presentations in place to help you be successful. Now, what if you want to embrace everything that Build Network and our solar division, Encore Solar, has to offer? Well, if that is the case, what happens is that the company will actually pay you for building a team. So if you go out there and you start selling, you make 70% commissions. Anybody that you introduce, you make a 20% override. Everybody starts as a consultant. So that 20% override equals about $600 to $1,000 per sale that they make. So if you, let's say you introduce me and I make a sale, I make my $7,000 for the sale. Out of the company's split, 20% of that goes to you. You would make $600. Easy peasy. Once you and your team have done 10 installs in a 60-day period, so in the last 60 days, 5 per month on average, you and your team did those sales, those installs, you now get promoted to manager. As a manager, instead of earning a 20% override, you now earn a 30% override on everybody you introduced, and you earn a 10% override through unlimited levels in your organization. Unlimited levels. It's not 6 levels, it's not 8 levels. It doesn't matter how deep those sales come in that organization, because what if you introduce a couple of folks that also introduce a couple of folks? This could get big. You know, my first 3 years in the industry, I grew a team of 1,600 sales reps, and we did 2,100 installations. That, keep in mind, that's not sales, that's installation. So we did a lot more than that. Sales that were on the way to install until this day are still getting installed. Now, the next rank is the director rank. Once you get to director, you earn a 35% override on level 1 and a 15% override on everybody underneath there. Your commission split stays at 70%, but your overrides on your team continue to increase. And here's a beautiful thing. Everybody has the same broker-like opportunity. Everybody has the opportunity, if they choose to, by the way, those are keywords. You have the opportunity, if you choose to build a team. Is recruiting, ladies and gentlemen, a requirement with our company? The answer is no. Recruiting is 100% optional. Do I recommend it? Absolutely, because I got to tell you, I'm going on vacation this weekend, a little mini vacation. I live in California, we're going to Palm Springs, but I predict that the weekend that I am in Palm Springs, my team will do 10 to 15 sales during those 4 days that we're going to be there. When I went to Hawaii last year, I took my wife and my mother-in-law for a couple of, for about 10 days for their birthday. As a matter of fact, their birthdays are 1 day apart. We took them to Hawaii. We were in Hawaii at the Hapuna Resort, went swimming with dolphins, the works. We did it all. It was an expensive trip. Making more money in override income than what the trip cost me is a beautiful thing. So I am a big fan of being a broker. If I was in the real estate industry, I wouldn't be a real estate agent. I would be a real estate broker. So as an executive director, that is 60 sales, that is 70 sales with your team in a 60-day period. And here's what happens now as an executive director. Not only do your overrides move up to 40 and 20%, but you now override 2% of all company sales. 2% of all company sales. You're not only overriding your team, but you're overriding the entire company. The profits of the company, all profits from residential solar, commercial solar, home security, all profits get paid to the executive directors. And then national director is just crazy money, 45% and 25%. And you get the point, right? Up to 5% company-wide pool. You now override the entire company. As a matter of fact, we have a gentleman today that's on here that just got promoted today to manager, right? We just, actually he got promoted last week, but we announced it as a company today, our very first manager. We've got 2 people that are on the brink that I'm almost guaranteeing that they will be managers by next week. Keep in mind, our company's pre-launch was in February. So you are at the ground floor of this tremendous opportunity. So as a manager, once again, 30% override on your level 1 and 10% override everybody underneath there. Let me give you some examples of what that looks like. Let's say you build a team of 10 consultants, and some of you guys here have been involved in the direct sales industry in the past and team building businesses in the past, and you've probably grown some teams bigger than 10 people, okay? Here's an example. Let's say you introduce a couple of folks, 3 or 4 people, they introduce a couple of folks that grew to 10, and these people did 1 sale per month with the training, with the scripts and the tools. I'll give an example. We call and offer our customers that are homeowners the opportunity to get a free solar savings report. And in return, we give them a free Vegas trip for 3 nights and 4 days. No timeshare presentation to sit through, just for allowing us to show them their solar savings report, even if they do not go solar. My point being, ladies and gentlemen, it is not hard. The company gives you all of the tools for you to generate those appointments and help these deals get closed. So let's say in this example, as a manager, your team does 10 sales, 4 of them coming from level 1, the other 6 coming from anywhere in your team. You're at approximately $6,300 in overrides. Not too shabby. This isn't, keep in mind, this is not you making any sales. This is your team made these sales. Now, what if you did a sale yourself and you made another $7,000 on top of that? Well, you're at $13,000 for the month. Not very many people make the $13,000, not even the $6,300. What if that team, though, instead of one sale, what if that team actually did 2 sales? Same 10 people, but they got motivated. They did 2 sales for the month. Well, you're at $13,800 in overrides, passive income. Whether you were on vacation or you were working, those $13,000 hit you. Why? Because you are the director. You are a broker with the director rank, so these overrides belong to you. Now, if you added a sale of your own on top of that, you're looking at $20,000. Not too shabby. So I'm not going to get into the examples of executive director and national director because the numbers just get unbelievable. Doesn't do it justice. The numbers get outrageous, okay? So keep in mind, we don't just offer solar. We also offer home security. These are faster commissions, $400 to $700 average commission per sale, and these are paid weekly. So not only do we make these commissions for offering these services, and here's the deal, everybody needs a home security system. We offer ADT and we offer Brinks. Everybody needs this home security system. So guess what? We're helping people not only save money, add value to their property by going solar, but also securing their home and securing their family. So how do you get started with our company? There's a couple of options. Option number 1, you can become an affiliate for free. You refer solar leads, we close them, you make $500 to $1,000 for any referral that you send to us. Easy. Consultant, you could decide to open up your own solar brokerage. Keep in mind, we are not offering people a job here. We are offering people a solar business, a nationwide solar brokerage. That nationwide solar brokerage, it's solar plus home security, everything we offer, your own website, your own back office and CRM, all the tools and certifications and trainings that you need to be successful. $149 month 1. Then after that, it is $49 per month. By the way, if you refer 4 people, you pay no more. If you refer 4 people to the company that are paying the monthly membership, the company will waive your $49 fee. As a builder position, okay, we're going to talk about the builder position. This is $199 month 1 and $99 a month. But here's the deal. Everything you saw up till right now, you can get for the $149 and $49 a month. You do not have to go to the builder. I recommend you stick around for the next 5 minutes because I will break down everything that comes with the builder position and why over 85% of people in our company opt for the builder position. So the founder of the company, Mr. Wesley Navarro, when we were putting this together, he says, JC, I get it. Solar is a modern day gold rush. And people will make a lot of money, but that is not enough. Most people in America, in the world, do not know how money works. If they make a lot of money, I mean, if we look at the average person that wins a lottery, they're broke and bankrupt within 3 to 5 years. Why is that? Because nobody gave them financial education. Nobody taught them the secrets of the rich. So he says, I want to create an additional membership that shows people financial mastery and business mastery. We want to show people how money works and how to grow their money. We want to give them the tools to, first of all, you've got to have the right credit. So it comes with a free credit repair software that you can use for yourself, your family, your clients, whoever you want. Unlimited. Unlimited. The Smart Money Club comes with a credit repair software and credit building software, tax planning, education, and softwares, how to be your own bank. Imagine how to be your own bank and use your dollar 2 times. How to retire tax-free. And also on the business mastery side, how to set up your entity structure. What is a proper entity for you? Did you know that most people's bosses pay less money for their big Mercedes than what the employee pays for their car? But they got a 2-3 times more expensive vehicle. How is that possible? Because they understand this. They understand how America works and how to set up their proper entity. Establishing corporate credit and gaining access to capital. The difference between good credit and bad credit. We want to educate and empower people how to be real entrepreneurs and how to use that money that they make and to be smart with that money. Hence the Smart Money Club. Now, in addition to that, the BYLD Rewards membership, I love this. I like the Smart Money Club more, but today I love this more, and I'll tell you why. I mentioned that my family and I are going for the weekend to Palm Springs. My son also has a tournament out there. We found he competes in jiu-jitsu, and we're going to go to that as well. We're going to have a great time this weekend. So my wife had booked a hotel, very nice 5-star hotel out there. And I said, let me see what it looks like through the BYLD Rewards app. It was $1,010 through Expedia. Okay, I think everybody's familiar with Expedia. It was $1,010. I looked at it through my BYLD Rewards app, the exact same room, the exact same nights. It was $906. Now, $1,010 to $906, it's a $104 difference. To some people, that may not be a big deal. But here's the deal. All of your hotels, all of your airplane tickets, all of your shopping, from restaurants to retailers to theme parks, instead of just going and shopping blindly, why not cross-reference it with your BYLD Rewards app? You are a member of the BYLD Rewards app as well. Today alone, I saved $104 on my reservations. We're going to spend the money too anyways. That covers my membership for the month. Actually, no, it doesn't, because I don't pay for my membership because I referred my 4 people. See, the $99 membership also has a refer 4, pay no more. As a matter of fact, the average customer member that uses this saves between $2,500 and $3,500 a year. Those people that actually use it, right? If I rent a car and I save $15 a day for 5 days, I just saved an extra $75, right? If I go to a restaurant, to Subway, or if I go to wherever, and I save $4 or $5 there because I show them the app, they scan it. Oh, guess what? You get $4 discount on your meal, right? Not too bad. So the BYLD Rewards app, so you get the Smart Money Club and you get the BYLD Rewards app. This is a $99 membership that we talk about. But here's what happens. The residual income kicks in on the $99 membership. So you make great commissions, my apologies. You make great commissions on selling solar. You make great commissions on overrides. Your team sells solar and home security, you're overriding those sales. That's great. But here's the deal. We all have residual bills. We all have bills that come in every month, whether we like it or not, whether we made money, whether we went to work or not. These bills are going to come in. Your light bill is going to come in. Your internet bill is going to come in. Your rent or mortgage is due. Your car note is due. It's residual bills. Why not have a residual income? So here's what happens. Once your team grows to 20 people, you've got a team 1 and a team 2. Once those teams get to 10 members on the team 1 and 10 members on team 2, these are not 10 members you introduced. You could have introduced 2. 1 person on team 1, 1 person on team 2, and they continue to grow. They also introduce other people. Those teams grow to 10 and 10. The company starts to send you a residual check of $500 per month. Every month, month after month, the company's going to send you $500 per month, right? Once the teams grow to 25 and 25, again, these are not people you introduce. They have to go on team 1 or team 2. Maybe you introduce 2 or 3. Maybe you introduce 4, but they grew to 25 people. Now the company starts to send you a check of $1,000 per month. So your existing clientele, your existing team can also opt to be a customer of the Smart Money Club, right? Because they say, hey, listen, this makes sense. I've got my solar brokerage. I'm going to get it for free anyways because I'm going to refer my 4. I want to be a customer as well. And then as you can see, that grows to $2,000 per month, $4,000 a month. The top position, executive 250, pays $250,000 per month residual income. We're not even going to get into the check match bonuses here. There's more money than we talk about here. We're not going to talk about it all. But ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. We have the best kept secret in business. In order for you to get everything that we talked about here, your solar business, your home security brokerage, the BYLD Rewards app, and the Smart Money Club, it's one time $199, and after that, it is $99 per month. Once again, you refer 4, pay no more. The ideal situation is get started. So the $99 a month too, you never pay it again because you introduced your 4 by then, and we're off to building your business. We'll go through the certifications, go through the training that we offer you. We have training every single week. They're all recorded. We have the certification trainings. all of the tools to be successful, the company already has in place. So I'll recommend at this point, ladies and gentlemen, get together with the person that invited you. Let them know that you're ready to get started. If you have questions, let them know you've got questions. They will show you, they will get your questions answered, and they will show you how to get started. With that being said, I appreciate you guys getting on. We do have a 6 o'clock Spanish presentation. So the exact same thing that's happening right now, some of the folks that are on here, they have some Spanish-speaking friends that are getting on in 10 minutes. So keep in mind, if you're a Spanish speaker, you want to see it again in Spanish, Mr. Daniel Pacheco is going to be sharing the exact same information in Spanish. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys. Get back with the person that invited you, and I'll see you at the top or from the top. Take care.